Okay, so we have got the shade, what do we have? It's called Too Fair Neutral. I felt like the #1 shade was going to be Too Fair. So I've got the shade, what is it? Is it Too Fair? Yeah, #2, Fair Neutral. Let's just see. I have not done any research at all. I don't know anything about this. We're just going to put it on. Let's see what the box says. Water, sweat, and humidity proof, smudge, and transfer resistant. No powder needed. Oh, well, we'll just see about that. Can't feel coverage, lightweight, medium buildable coverage. It's got a patent pending, no mess, no waste dropper, vegan formula, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let's just take a look at it, shall we? Oh, look at that. Like, is that worth the $40 though? It's a question we must ask. Okay, quick side note. If you guys know of any lip moisturizers that will not make your lips more chapped, please put that in the comments. It is so difficult for me to find something. The only thing that's ever worked for me in that department has been this. It is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie lip glosses. All their plumping glosses, no problem whatsoever, made my lips better than they ever were before. Other lip products make my lips worse. I don't know what to tell you. Please, again, in the comments. All right, so here we go. I am pretty shiny from the that primer, but let's just see. Oh, the shade looks good. I know it's probably gonna be too, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna put too much more. It probably is gonna be too fair, but like, yeah, it's too fair, but I don't care. Did that rhyme, y'all? One thing I do know about Urban Decay products, and I haven't tried a ton of them, I've tried a few, but they seem to be very fair girl friendly, and they don't oxidize from the ones that I've tried that I can remember. I don't find this to be like super high coverage, so you have to be careful, or at least it's not seeming that way. It's seeming like it's blending well and it's smoothing over my skin well, so that like I don't need to keep adding more and more and more. But the coverage does not seem insane at this point. I'm gonna say it looks good. I feel like my skin is so weird that it almost looks too fair, but honestly, let's just see. Let's just do a neck test. It's not that far off from my actual skin tone, which is what I'm always trying to match. It's a little bit fair, but that's good news for all us super fair girls. Okay, so answer me a question, you guys. Like, this has taken the internet by storm. Again, I don't watch a bunch of makeup videos, so I don't know, but do we just want matte foundations now? Is that what we want? Because this is moderately matte. I mean, it's not fully matte. There's a little bit of light reflection, but as foundations go, from what we've been seeing over the past couple of years, several years, it's been hyper glowy, like oil slick glowy. This is not that. I personally would consider this a natural finish. It's not powder matte. Now it says that you don't need a powder and all that, so we'll see about that in just a little bit. But let's get, I'll go ahead and even out, but like, this is more matte than what I've been seeing, so you guys let me know. Okay, and at this point, I just like drawing it on because it's fun, and I mean, again, it's fun. I don't care necessarily about the no waste tip and all that, but I feel like these kinds of tips to the bottles are nothing that new. There was one, there were a couple of them actually. There was a Pixie tinted moisturizer situation that had a interesting tip that was similar, not exact, but similar. And then there was an LA Girl one that came out more recently than the Pixie one that I reviewed, and it had a similar tip, and it's the same idea. So I don't think this is that revolutionary. Okay, so the one thing I will give it is, you might be able to go medium coverage. I'll give it that. natural, very natural looking. I will give it that. Let's check the pores and then we'll see what's what. The pores look good. They don't look amazing, but they do look good. And I'm gonna give this one, and it's decent for right now, and it looks like it might be a good one. I will finish up the rest of my makeup and I will come back and talk about how everything went over it or what have you. Quick check-in during the get ready process. My concealer feels like it's removing some of the foundation from the area that the concealer touches it. So right here, I feel like the concealer is removing some of the foundation. So that's just so you guys know, and let's move on. Okay, I just thought you guys might want to see what it looks like when I put blush on over this foundation, since there's no powder needed and all that. I did powder under my eyes, but nowhere else. Seems fine. Okay, so we've got the full face on. I feel like maybe the foundation oxidized just a touch, but it's just enough to make it look less ghostly on me. And I feel like the shade is actually decent. It sort of blends in really well with my skin. Doesn't make me look like I've got two different shades going on. I didn't powder. It does feel a little tiny bit tacky, and I feel like there's a little bit of moisture on my skin, but I think that's my natural oils coming through so bad yet. I feel like it's just the foundation. Do you need a powder for this? I don't know that you do or don't. A lot of women nowadays aren't using powders at all anyway with any foundation, so I don't know why that's sort of a draw or a bonus point for them. I don't know. I might be able to, but I don't know. Be able to come back at the end of the day and give you guys a check-in. I'll really try, since this is all about the long-lasting nature of it. So as far as like things go, everything went on fine over top. I only do blush, concealer, eyeshadow. I don't do anything else, so I can't speak to the other stuff, but blush went on fine. It looks fine so far, so hopefully we'll get a check-in. If we don't, I will update my thoughts in the description, but here's to hoping. Am I right?